He's one of the richest men on Wall Street, a hedge fund legend who turned billions into even more billions. Steve Cohen isn't just a businessman, he's a symbol of power, risk, and controversy. But behind his $20 billion empire, there's a story of scandal, federal investigations, and one of the biggest insider trading cases in history. How did SAC Capital make so much money so fast? How did Cohen survive one of the most notorious financial scandals without going to prison? And how did he rebuild himself even stronger with Point 72? Stay till the end because what we're about to reveal will shock you. Early life and rise to power. Before he was a hedge fund king, Steve Cohen was just another kid from Long Island. Born in 1956, Cohen developed an obsession with risk and numbers early on. His mother was a piano teacher, his father built dresses, but Cohen had his eyes on something much bigger. He attended Wharton, one of the most elite business schools in the world, and quickly developed a gambling mentality. He wasn't afraid to bet big, whether in poker games or the stock market. At just 22 years old, Cohen landed a job at Grunthal & Company, where he started making $100,000 a day as a trader. His talent was undeniable. He could spot opportunities, take huge risks, and walk away with massive wins. But he didn't want to work for someone else. He wanted to build his own empire. The birth of SAC Capital, a money machine. In 1992, Cohen launched SAC Capital with just $25 million. Sounds like a lot? Not in Wall Street terms. But what Cohen did with that money changed the hedge fund game forever. SAC Capital wasn't like other firms. Most hedge funds played it safe, investing in long-term growth. Cohen didn't care about that. His strategy was simple. Trade aggressively. Take risks. Make insane amounts of money fast. Within a decade, SAC Capital was handling over $14 billion and pulling in some of the highest returns on Wall Street. But here's the thing. When you're making billions, people start asking questions. The insider trading scandal that shook Wall Street. By the early 2000s, federal investigators were starting to get suspicious. SAC Capital wasn't just good at making money, it was too good. The firm had a reputation for making huge bets right before market-moving news. For years, rumors swirled about insider trading. Then, in 2009, the walls started closing in. The SEC launched one of the biggest insider trading investigations in history. Over the next few years, dozens of SAC employees were questioned. Some were arrested. SAC was directly tied to insider trading on multiple occasions. In 2013, it finally happened. SAC Capital pleaded guilty to insider trading and paid a record-breaking $1.8 billion fine. The firm was shut down. Employees went to prison. But Cohen himself, he walked away free. How did Steve Cohen avoid prison? This is where things get really interesting. Even though SAC Capital was guilty, prosecutors couldn't directly link Cohen to insider trading. They knew he benefited. They knew it was happening in his firm, but Cohen played it smart. He never sent incriminating emails. He never directly gave illegal trading instructions. He let his employees take the fall. So while SAC Capital was forced to shut down, Cohen personally kept most of his fortune. But instead of disappearing in disgrace, he was already planning his next move. The rebirth, Point 72, and come back stronger. Most billionaires would have retired quietly. But Cohen, he came back stronger than ever. In 2018, he launched Point 72 Asset Management, a brand new hedge fund built on the ruins of SAC Capital. And guess what? Investors lined up to give him their money. Why? Because despite the scandal, Cohen was still one of the best traders alive. His ability to generate insane returns hadn't changed. And today, Point 72 manages over $30 billion, making Cohen richer than ever. But he didn't stop at hedge funds. He made one of the biggest moves of his life. Buying the New York Mets, the ultimate power move. In 2020, Steve Cohen bought the New York Mets for a record-breaking $2.4 billion. It wasn't just a business deal, it was a statement. He wasn't just a hedge fund billionaire anymore, he was a public figure, a sports mogul, a household name. And like everything Cohen does, he didn't just buy the team, he poured money into it. The Mets instantly became one of the richest teams in baseball. The dark side. Is Cohen really clean? Despite his massive success, Cohen's name is still surrounded by controversy. Some people say he got away with financial crimes. Others claim he still plays by the old rules. He just hasn't been caught. Even after buying the Mets, critics question how he really made his fortune. Is he a genius trader or a master manipulator? One thing is certain, Steve Cohen is one of the most powerful men in finance, and whether people love him or hate him, he's not going anywhere. So what do you think? Did Steve Cohen outsmart the system, or did he just get lucky avoiding prison? And with .72 in the Mets, will he go even further, or will another scandal bring him down? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for our next deep dive into the world's most powerful figures.